Sorry, I had to clear my throat. Welcome to the Ugly Truth.
That's what you get for currying and podcasting at the same time.
All right. So why did you ask me if I had a favorite Beach Boys album or if it was Pet Sounds?
Yeah.
Why?
It is the 60th anniversary of Pet Sounds, and they're releasing it on several cool vinyl albums. And so I was curious because I know you like the Beach Boys. I just don't think we'd ever talked about. We talked about your favorite like Beatles album, but
right.
but not Beach Boys. So I was curious because Pet Sounds is considered, one of the best albums of all time. It's a classic kind of thing, but I wasn't sure. But Endless Summer is also amazing.
Endless Summer is my favorite album, but it just reminds me of when I was a kid and I would look at it because my parents had a huge album collection.
Yeah.
And for some reason that album cover, and then actually literally all the songs are good.
Yeah.
On that album. So
yeah. And you had mentioned that you were like, it's more individual songs than it is an album, but look, cover to cover albums are not easy.
Well, for some people.
Yeah. So
for others, it's not hard.
Yeah. So
Casey Musgraves can do it.
No, I
saying, but
totally
yeah,
get it.
I get it. Anyway, yes. So welcome to the Ugly Truth. And no, I don't want a Pet Sounds album.
No, I know. I gathered it. I was just curious.
Okay. So really quick, I don't know if I've ever talked about this on the show. If you've been listening, we have a lot of cats. They're not ours. They are our children's cats. They
somehow we get them.
Well, they move on with their lives after they move out, and they find homes that immediately say no pets, and they know that we'll keep them. Yeah. So we have 3 cats that don't belong to us.
That we did not adopt.
We did not choose these animals. They were chosen for us. Anyway, so Mackenzie, she had a black cat, her very first cat ever, Baxter. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Baxter was adopted and brought here against our knowledge a long, long time ago when he was really small. And then she took him. And then, of course, because when you're in your 20s, living arrangements can be very volatile. Mm-hmm. He ended up back at our house. So she brought him with all of his toys, and this is his routine, and this is what he likes. And I'm like, okay, cool. And she's like, now there's this one toy that he loves, but he hates it with a passion, and he loves to hate it. He's aggressive. He abuses it, and he doesn't do it to any of the other ones. And I'm like, okay.
Rips at it. The whole
and he's
thing.
like, she's like, so Baxter's a pure black cat.
Yeah.
This is a gnome. That
like a catnip gnome, right?
Well, there's no catnip in it.
Oh, there never was?
No.
Oh.
That's why this is so bad. This gnome is a Christmas gnome cat toy, but he's a brown cat toy or a brown gnome.
Face.
He's a brown gnome. He's a gnome of color.
Yes.
Baxter has several gnomes because Mackenzie likes gnomes. And so of all the gnomes he has, the brown one creates anger. And he picks it up and he flings it around and he abuses it regularly. Well, I didn't believe her. So I found it. I'm like, oh, here, Baxter, here's your brown gnome. And he's like, fuck that gnome. And he starts picking it up and flinging it around, hitting it as hard as he can, dropping it, drop kicking it. I was like, God damn, you really don't like this brown gnome.
He's racist.
He's a racist black cat. He hates brown gnomes.
Oh my God.
So then I found it. Under the couch. I'm like, oh, I wonder. Guess who else hates it?
Your dog.
My dog hates it. He ripped its face off. Now it's a partial brown gnome. So
we have racist pets.
Well, I don't know where they're getting it because it certainly isn't from me. But I did go on Etsy and I found one.
You did?
Yes. I'm going to order another one.
And see if the rumors are true.
I know they're true. I've been watching this poor cat destroy this poor little gnome of color for years. Anyway.
Gnome of color.
I just can't believe it. I truly did not believe it. I'm like, here, Baxter. He's like, no, fuck this gnome. Me. And he just abuses it. It's hilarious. Anyway,
that's hilarious. That is funny.
And then the other thing, because there's another thing I want to talk about too, but you sent me. So
You can't go from racist to me that quickly. You need to have a pause or some kind of
I
other
said
thing
I
in
wanted
there.
to talk about other stuff.
Okay.
I have a checklist.
Got it.
You sent, and we didn't really talk about it, so now I'm bringing it up. You sent me, for years you've been wanting me to play golf with you. You want me to take lessons. You want me to, you want this to be a thing that we can do when it's up there with camping. I don't want to do it. I've tried it multiple times, not a fan. And you sent me a video about a week ago of a woman who coaches women who have large boobs
On how to play golf. Yep.
And she's like, she goes, you can actually use it to your advantage.
Yep.
And so she's showing, she goes, squeeze and take them with you. And I'm like, you think this is going to be the thing?
I thought it was.
This is going to be the thing that will get me to golf?
I'll tell you why it was funny to me, because it was the first. It was the first one that I'd seen that actually appeared to be and looked like an actual lesson, where a lot of viral golf chicks are just big boob chicks for the sake of having big boobs. It has nothing to do with being able to play golf or not. Mm-hmm. But this one was particularly interesting. She goes, you tuck them in and you squeeze your arms.
You squeeze and take them with you. That's what she said. She goes, and if you remember that, you'll never have a problem and you'll have a really beautiful swing. That is not the number one reason why
I know, but it comes up every time.
Well, it is hard to accommodate.
Yes,
but I don't want to do it. I'm going to do the squeeze and take them with me, and somebody's going to go, "What are you doing?"
No,
why are you doing that to yourself? And I'm like, I don't know.
That's funny.
But speaking of boobs, we went to Napa this weekend for a friend's birthday, and we had a really good time. We were at this bar in St. Helena having I guess it was a break. We had a break. We took a break in between wine, and we went to this really cute bar in St. Helena, and we were the only people in there.
Yeah, shout out to that place. It's called The Saint.
The Saint. Yeah, Jesse was great.
Yeah.
And we're all just sitting around this tiny little bar table, the four of us, and Glenn wants to take a picture of his cocktail.
Yeah.
And so he takes a picture. Now, I don't know if he actually was just taking a picture of his cocktail. I have a feeling he saw.
Of your cocktail.
Well, I was wearing a very pretty dress.
Yes.
At least I thought it was pretty.
Beautiful.
I don't know.
Very sexy.
It was not a slutty set.
No. It was
It was
Napa
a very
sexy.
springy, summery dress.
Yes.
It's just that because I have large breasticles, everything that isn't a turtleneck looks slutty on me.
No, turtlenecks do too.
Great. And Greg even said that, he goes, honey, you could wear a turtleneck and we would still see those things. And I'm like, awesome. Thanks. And that's why I want to get a reduction.
By the way, they can get away with comments like that about her because they're a gay couple. So.
Whatever. Yes. Anyway, so he took a picture, and in the background, breasts. These huge boobs.
You were the background.
And then this is kind of your awkward moment.
Yes, it was.
And then we have a group text with them to make plans or whatever. And you're like, oh, this is going to be my screensaver on my phone. Because it is a flattering photo. I'm not going to lie. When I'm 80 years old, I'll be like, remember that time? And I'll be glad that I have that photo floating around somewhere. Anyway, you made it the screensaver of everybody at the table.
So because it was to a group text, not sure if any of you techies knew this. I found out the hard way. But it said, I just held down on the picture and it said set as background. And I'm thinking
of your phone.
My phone.
And then everybody goes, why is Jamie's breast my background
But
picture?
Apparently when you have a group text now,
he's like, will all my other friends see this?
You can check. No, they won't. But apparently when you have a group text now, you can give the group text a background.
Yes.
And I gave it the espresso martini with two amazing breasts photo background. So and then once I realized I could do that, but here's the trick is it can only, your background, it can only be pictures that you've shared.
Oh,
in the text group or a generic background.
Right.
I couldn't easily go to my camera and pick anything. So then I picked a Greg's photo of him winning his little Oscar award on our Oscar party. But
Jeez.
yeah, but I was scrolling through going, oh, these are all pictures we've sent each other. And it's not just in our case pictures. I really wanted to use a Carmel Deb photo and just leave that in the background, which I thought was funny.
Yeah, that would have been funny.
But a lot of memes, a lot of RuPaul things and stuff like that but I went with just water, just a flat background. Water. Yeah. But it was an awkward moment because they both looked at, wait, what? Why is it on my phone?
They started panicking. They're like, how did you do that, sorcerer? That was so funny.
Your wizardry.
You were actually embarrassed, though. That's what was so funny.
I did not mean to do that.
By the way, this is exactly why I don't send you dirty pictures anymore.
I know.
Because of what you did.
I know.
And we've discussed it many times, but let's not, you harass me about sexy pics. I send you a moderately sexy pic.
Yeah.
And a friend of ours asked for my contact information, and you just shared the contact info because.
So now, by the way, you can do just name and.
Yeah,
only.
you're not going to ever do that correctly.
It allows you to not.
It will never happen correctly. So you better not have some gross picture of me, and then when you share it, going, damn, Daryl, I didn't realize you wanted me to see this.
I don't know what my picture is of you, but you never call me though.
No, but you might have attached a picture of me to your contact info. Anyway.
No, I'm going to look at what it is right now.
So when you did send it to our friend who wanted my phone number, the sexy pic was attached. And she's like, Jamie, this is so sexy and hot. I'm like, what are you talking about?
I had no idea.
And she sent me my photo.
This was the early days of iPhone contact.
She sent me my own photo. And she's like, Daryl just sent me this. I'm like, why the fuck would Daryl send that to you? And she's like, I don't know. And I'm like, why would you send this to her? Delete it immediately. You're insane. You're like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, this is why. Can you imagine if I had sent something really sexual?
Probably wouldn't have that as your contact photo. But
lies. Yes. You would have absolutely. Yeah, you would have.
I'm going to change it to this breasts and espresso photo right now.
Breasts and espresso every Sunday.
Espresso.
Shangri-La.
Espressos.
Breasts and espressos. Sunday brunch.
A breast martini and a bresto martini.
That doesn't sound like that would be good.
Probably
that
not.
Might be no. I like mine better. I like my event title versus you trying to make a breast martini.
World's breast martini.
Okay, 2 video things, and then we need to talk about what I need to talk about what happened today because it was emotionally draining, even though it was not actually happen. Yes. So many things. Anyway, so I have been scrolling videos just trying to find something pleasant. And this last week...
Good luck with that. This
last week, boys and girls, are finding out if they were accepted into Ivy League schools.
Oh.
Now, the Ivies, as they are called now, I don't know if you knew this, the Ivies are not just the 4 or 5 that I could think of. There's others. They actually did an addendum that UC Berkeley, although not legitimately an Ivy League, they rank it up there with Ivy because it's so hard to get into. So like all these videos I'm watching of these students, they're like, okay, let's see, UC Berkeley, waitlisted, rejected, very few got accepted to Berkeley. Columbia, Cambridge, like Brown, Harvard, Princeton, Yale, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so I'm watching these. And the first one I watched...
Sac State is not an Ivy League school?
It isn't. Oh. So I'm watching these kids with their families sitting in front of the laptop waiting to see... And
they actually post ones where they don't get in? Usually they only post them if they do.
They applied to all these kids that I saw, they applied to every single... Do you know how expensive it is to apply to even one Ivy League school?
Yeah, I don't.
Let alone like
I know
8.
I know a lot of them have changed. Not the Ivy Leagues necessarily, but a lot of schools have changed where one fee gets you applied to all.
Well, now
I think those are state and UC.
Based on what somebody showed one screen, it looks like there's a main like hub where you can like find all of your submissions, and then you can just click, and then it takes you to the college. So maybe. Yeah. I don't know though, man. It's expensive to apply to colleges, especially Ivy Leagues. So yes, and a lot of them were waitlisted, rejected, whatever. And like this one girl, she's like, well, I've already been accepted to Columbia, so regardless of what happens, I have a backup school. I'll go to Columbia, right?
A backup school.
So I'm like, okay, these are children that are smarter than me, like really, really smart. So they're going through and she's like, okay, I didn't get into Brown. Well, that's all right. She goes, okay, so this is the one I really wanted to get into Princeton. You know, I hope, whatever. And she's like, oh my God, I got into Princeton. I'm like, there were a couple, I started crying. Yeah. Because the parents are there. There's this one where this girl got into literally every Ivy League school. Oh, wow. And her brother is sitting there, and her younger brother is sitting there looking at the screen going, I'm never going to live up to this. I'm never going to live up to this. And the parents and the grandparents are there. They're like, wait, you do it. There was one that was exceptional. It was this kid. His grandfather who went to the school, his dad went to the school. So he's a legacy. He would be a legacy. So, but you still got to get in. Yeah. So he gets in.
It helps though.
I can't remember the school. It's an Ivy League school though. And he got in and the grandpa was all decked out like he was an athlete back in the day. And so he got in. This kid is never going to need anything for school for the next 4 years. Grandpa has got him covered. I bet. There is no doubt. He's like, oh my God. I mean, what pure joy. Yeah. All that hard work. And you see these kids' faces just go, oh, it's over. I got in. And finally, maybe 6 years of hard work. Yeah. And now they're moving on to some of the finest institutions in the world. It's so fun to watch. That's cool. And like some of them, they're like, oh my God, I don't even know how this works. A lot of them got scholarships so that their quarterly or their semesters are like $3,500.
Oh, wow.
Like, and that's it.
That's pretty full ride almost.
Yes. Yeah. That is how incredibly smart these kids are. And I'm just absolutely blown away. And I'm just going, I never could have done it, even if I wanted to. Yeah. Even if I could go back in time and go, you know what, I'm going to make my way to Harvard or Yale or whatever. Yeah. Nope. There's no way. These kids are so freaking smart and well-rounded. It's so impressive. Yeah. And it was just like so joyous to see, like amazing. So I watched like 30 videos. Only one girl got rejected by all of them. Oh, really? Literally, not even a wait list. She's like, rejected. She's like, oh, well, I guess. She ended up, she did get accepted to a state school. It was New York, somewhere, not NYU, but it was like, I can't think of the name. Yeah. Anyway, and they're like, hey, professor here in the comments, professor, it doesn't really matter what school. You can always go to grad school to any Ivy League. It's really easy to get in once you're in the system, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that's nice, but some of us want to just go straight to Yale. Yeah. Like some people just want to get in.
It's really true, though. It does, the piece of paper, the name with the piece of paper. Okay. Although I don't think, except in some cases, obviously some professions, right? In hindsight, I just did what you do back then, right? You just you try and get into a 4-year and you just go, and it was fine. Yeah. But I actually did get accepted to what would probably be among those kind
Pepperdine?
of, an Ivy League type school in California, but I just couldn't afford it because I didn't have a scholarship or anything. And now it's 4 times more than it was.
100%.
And it was 10 times more than Sac State was. So but I think though that is an accurate statement. I don't know if you want to go like some people just go to junior college and then transfer in, which is essentially the same thing. But nobody asked where you went the first 3 years.
This one girl, she's like, okay, well, I got waitlisted at Berkeley, accepted at, whatever the other ones are. Yeah. And then she goes, and then her parents are there like, well, that's all right. Hey, waitlisted is good. That's great. And she's like, and you guys, she goes, let's not forget, I'm already accepted to Harvard Law. So my God. She's like, hey, if none of this works out, I'm going to Harvard Law. Remember? And they're like, yeah, of course. Anyway, let's hope you got into Princeton. I'm like, I don't even understand that level of achieving I don't get it. Yeah. And I don't want people to minimize it. Like, it's just, no. That is hard to do. Yeah. One school, just getting into one. And she's like, hey, look, I'm already going to Harvard Law. So if it doesn't work out, I have my back. And I'm like, shut up. Your backup is Harvard Law? That's
pretty impressive.
That's crazy. Anyway, it brought me a lot of joy. So much joy. I loved it.
Some scrolling with some happiness watching
involved. You know what? These women who have cancer, I can't help it. I just want to help every single one, But now I'm getting Ivy League acceptances and women who need fundraising. So that's what I'm doing. And then the other thing I saw this hilarious, and I was telling you about it, this hilarious video of this woman. She's sitting in her car. She's like, I now understand why my grandmother had mints in her purse, because I have mints in my purse now. And she pulls them out and she goes, and I am tearing this shit up. Like she just, you know how grandmas have candy in their purse? Okay. My grandmother did not have candy in her purse. She had cigarettes in her purse.
Did she hand those out too?
No, she would have. If I'm sure, and she would like, then you're going to smoke the whole pack. You know, that was the mentality. If I ever got caught smoking, I'd have to smoke them all.
Of course.
Anyway, I'm like, I've always, you know, when we went to church when I was really, really little, there was a couple of elderly people who had candy in their purse or in their suit jacket or whatever. And there was this one gentleman who had little mints. He had little peppermints.
Oh, really?
And he would give them to all the little kids in church. Yeah. And we were allowed to take candy from this man, which is shocking. But he was actually nice. His name was Elmer. He was very nice.
Well, I mean, Elmer.
He was a very kind, I think he was a plumber, if I recall. Isn't that weird that I remember that?
Of course he was. Elmer the plumber. Of course you remember that.
And his wife was very sweet. Like she was the kind that probably made like roasts every Sunday kind of lady. Anyway, I'm like, hey, now I'm not elderly, but I do want to get into the habit of having candy in my purse, because what if I see some bratty kid at the store and he just needs a little something, something? I know we're not allowed to talk to other people's children. Look, don't shake your head at me. I understand. I'm not going to do it.
No, let me ask you this.
But I'm going to put lychee gummy candies. They're individually wrapped in my purse. Now, the problem is this. I eat them all.
Yeah, I was going to say, one, the odds that they would last very long in your purse are minimal. Two, I just don't see you surrendering those candies easily. And then maybe three, I don't care if they're individually wrapped. I can't imagine a mom or dad letting you give their kid candy in a store. I just don't see it happening.
I think those days are gone, huh? Yeah. Well, now I have 3 packets of them, so I guess they're just for
all
me.
You.
And you know the joy of finding a candy that you forgot was in your purse.
Oh, right.
It's like finding a $20 bill in your jacket from the winter. It's amazing.
So when today I took my mom to the doctor, and before I left, I cleaned out. I just picked up cleaned out my truck a little bit.
Mm-hmm. What'd you find?
What do you think?
Candy?
No, close though. They hold the candy.
Wrappers?
How many do you want to guess?
I don't.
How many lychee candy wrappers do you think I picked up?
5.
It was about 8. Just laying in the bottom of my truck. Oh, and one other thing.
What?
Was
8? They're small. It's fine. It's fine.
I mean, listen, I'm a candy junkie, so I'm not a
junkie.
I have no room to talk, but it did look like somebody ravaged some lychee candies in my truck. But I also found one other thing that I find usually at least one of these,
because you don't let
which
me
is
eat. Some
sort of, I'm sorry.
You don't let me eat. You have to ask permission if I want fries or something.
Oh my God! Don't start that viral shit on me. I'm
gonna do it in front of your brother.
Is
be like, honey, can I have some steak here?
Oh my God, like, they wouldn't believe you for you know what they would believe is if I asked you.
Shut up. No, they wouldn't. I'm gonna do it and Prince be like, what?
Anyways, so the other thing I found was a folded parking thing with gum in it. Like you'd put your gum in it and
hey, listen, your truck, your responsibility. Okay.
It's your shit.
I don't care. I take care of my car. I clean my car.
Oh, do you?
Yes, I do.
Does it have 8 wrappers in it for my candy?
I don't know. Maybe. I've gotten into your filthy truck with your filthy sunflower seed shells, chops wrappers. Come on.
Anyway, you were talking about candy, so I thought it was funny.
I know. And then I think there was one more thing I wanted to tell you. Shoot.
Show prep. Shut up. Show prep.
No, that's it. That's all I have for you. Baxter's a racist in my boobs and candy.
That show writes itself.
Honestly. So we got a note yesterday on our door.
On the door. The dreaded yellow note on the door. Note. The door hanger.
And it said, hey, we're shutting off your water tomorrow at 9:00 for at least 6 hours. And it was like 4:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah, it was late.
And I'm like, wait, what? And I was like, okay, well, I mean, what are we supposed to do? Protest? I mean, there's nothing to do. The county's shutting off the water for whatever. And then you told me there was a leak somewhere in the main because water was coming up through the street.
Yeah, it was not gushing, but there was a crack in the street and there was
water coming out. Yeah. So, I mean, it had to be
fixing
repaired.
some kind of slow leak, I'm sure. So.
Right. And so I'm like, well, I mean, it has to be done. It has to be done. Whatever. Right. So I'm just immediately going, what about going to the bathroom? 6 hours. I mean, and my bladder's already twitching at the idea of not being able to flush the toilet.
Right. Exactly.
And I'm like, well, I drink a lot of water during the day and I pee like all the time. So it's like, what do we do? And I'm literally going, if it's yellow, let it be mellow. If it's brown, flush it down.
Flush it down.
Like, I'm like, I can't believe it. We're living like hippies.
We'll go outside.
God. And so it was stressful. You know what? I am a sensitive person, apparently. I can't handle change of any kind.
Come on.
It consumed a lot of my morning. Just the whole idea of not wanting to go to the bathroom. Like, it was awful. But here are the words I never want to hear come out of your mouth again at the crack of dawn. I'm barely coherent because you had to take your mom to the doctor. So you left super early this morning. You go, you're like, I'm leaving. I'm like, I love you. Goodbye. Be safe, whatever. And you're like, oh, do you want me to bring a bucket of water upstairs for you? I'm like, no, I think we're good. I was like, all right, Pa Ingalls. I can't. What is this? What are we doing?
Look, I did a little research and I said, look, what if we're out for 6 hours?
You filled up every
I filled up 2 buckets. I filled up about 3 carafes of drinking water.
That was very appreciated.
And I figured, I filled one of the tubs was the other suggestion, was to fill a tub, especially when it's right next to a toilet or something. So yes, I did all those things.
You were very proactive. It was
all unnecessary as it turns out. It did not
go unnoticed, but I'm just saying that I'm laying there going, do you want me to bring a bucket of water to you before I leave? And I'm like, all of a sudden I was transported back to the 1700s.
Yep.
In the wilds of the prairie. And I'm like, you know what?
The wilds of Oregon.
No, I don't want you to bring a bucket. And I'm like, if this goes on for more than that I'm comfortable with, I will absolutely get a hotel.
You were a little debilitated this morning.
I was. And I hate myself for that.
I leave paralyzed. And then I'm texting back and forth, just updating you and stuff because you hadn't fallen back asleep or anything like that.
No.
But then you had to get up and deal with the dogs and all that kind of stuff. And then I call you, and I can't remember what time it was, but
it was like
late.
10 o'clock. It was 10 in the morning. I was wide awake.
And from my truck, and the first thing I hear is, oh, my face hit my phone because I'm laying in bed.
I'm like...
I dropped my phone on my face.
You're like, I dropped my phone on my face because I'm laying in bed.
Not hello.
No.
None of that. Just I dropped because I'm laying in bed. And it was very much because you wanted to avoid the idea of getting up and seeing that you had no water.
Well, and the thing is of course, I was very hungry this morning.
Right.
And I woke up hungry and I'm like, oh, I'm going to have like an egg. And, we have those yummy muffins from Model Bakery and I'll just make like a little egg sandwich or something. Yep. And I'm like, no, I can't.
Have no water.
There's no water. And I'm like, how am I going to wash my hands? I was freaking about how I was going to wash my hands.
Oh.
And I'm like, I guess I have to put them in the bucket of water. This is so distressing to me. I'm so distressed. I'm like, I can't do anything. I can't do anything. Like, what am I going to use the bucket to brush my teeth? Oh my God. Horrible. The whole thing. I'm like, I'm not built for this. I'm not built for this.
Water bucket drama.
This is why if the apocalypse comes, I'm running to the light, dude. I'm not trying to survive in dirt. It's not happening. I will not make it. Day 3, I'll be like, if I don't wash my hair, I'm going to lose my shit. And I'm not kidding. And they'll be like, people are dying right now, Jamie. And I'm like, I don't care. I need water. Where's the water? It would be awful. Anyway, it was like the money pit.
Awful.
It was insane. Anyway, it's like, don't forget the water. I'm getting it. It's like, it would just be ridiculous. I'm like, someone take us out, please. Just get it over with. Jesus. Anyway, so there was that.
And yet, I don't think we ever... Not one time did we notice the water actually being shut off, right?
Well, I like to believe that when I decided to retire to the bedroom because I just couldn't handle it.
Yeah, even the concept of there being no water.
I figured that it was off during that period of time.
All right.
I think it was off for like an hour. Okay. And I didn't want to check. I didn't want to know about it. Yeah. And because I just felt like it was one of those things where if I really leaned into the no water thing, it was going to go on for a really long time.
Here's why I'm wondering. I don't think it got shut off at all.
Oh, I don't know.
I think they were able to do it without having to shut off the main, is my guess.
You know what we should do?
Once they got into it.
We should ask.
Yeah, but here's why. Because normally when your water gets shut off, even if you do it to the main in your house.
Oh, it like triggers open.
The first time you turn it on, there's some air behind it, and we didn't get that today.
Well, I felt like I got that in one of the bathrooms.
Oh, okay.
But you know what?
Well, it only takes one. So
there you go. Anyway.
Well, sorry that you were mentally, if not actually, transported.
I was going to say I was mentally disabled,
back to your house
but I don't
prairie.
think that's not what I meant. I'm not mentally disabled, but I was mentally. I full on mentally
debilitated.
Mentally debilitated, and then it was a really off morning anyway. So like the dogs were acting like insane people. It was so annoying, and then and like 7 a.m. they're barking their little faces off. I'm like, what are you? And they're barking at the water people who are on the street. So
yeah, because the jackhammers were going.
I go downstairs, and by the way, it was 90 degrees, and now it's 60 degrees. Our house is freezing, and neither one of us wants to admit that we need the heater on again.
Yeah, it's on now.
Well, tonight, because my hands are like frozen. I'm like, I can't anymore.
In the 67s.
I can't anymore. And so I know there are people going, oh, that's a normal day for me. Well, it's not for me. Okay. It's California. I'm cold.
You're California cold.
I go downstairs and there's a giant pile of cat throw up. And I'm like, oh, of course there is. So I clean that up.
This happens a lot, by the way.
Throw it all away.
Usually the first to see it.
And then I find that the sweet, adorable, expensive puppy that I insisted on having has chewed a corner of my very expensive leather couch. And I'm furious. I'm like, what is happening today?
Bad Stuart.
What is happening today? Why is this happening? I'm like, now I have to like really get it repaired. And I'm really mad about it because it's expensive. Anyway, then you're all, hey, do you want me to bring home food? I'm like, yeah, because I don't want to cook anything because I don't know what the situation is. And you're like, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get through the street because da-da-da-da. And I'm like, I don't know. God be with you. I hope you get through. Hope you get back to the home base.
What a morning.
And so you walk in the door with McDonald's. It's 10:45. And you're all, they don't do breakfast anymore. It's 10.
It was too late. I was there before 11. Apparently not.
Well, that's ridiculous. You come home.
It must be 10 now.
With lunch items, walk in the door.
It was in the drive-thru now. There's no turning back, so.
I know. You walk in the door. The second you walk in the door, you drop everything.
The bag rips.
We lose all the fries. All the fries are gone.
Which is the best part of McDonald's, if I'm
being
honest.
And then of course, I'm like, did you eat fries in the car?
I did. I had a couple.
Girl, I had 2. And I'm like, lies. All I wanted was fries.
I'm so sorry.
No, actually, like I said, I don't need the fries. You did me a favor. And then the sodas.
You're welcome.
The sodas tasted like crap. They were
tasted
gross.
Like water.
It was so bad. It was just awful. And so I'm like, you know what? We need to just wash our hair of this day. We need to stop it now.
It was one of those mornings for sure.
And just be done with it.
Yeah.
I cannot. And I don't want to apologize for being that person, but I am that person. I don't like this. I was born to be very wealthy so that I don't have to know about these things.
Royal blood.
It's never going to happen, which means I got to deal with these things. But I don't like it.
Yeah.
I just want to wake up and have, good morning. How is it? No, everything's perfect. How do I do that? It's not real. It doesn't happen.
It's not.
Although I'd be such a good rich person. I know I would. I'd be so good at being rich. It'd be so fun. Everybody would have such a good time.
That's amazing.
Right?
I look forward to that day. I feel like it's never going to happen.
Nah, it's not. But that's okay. It's fine. I can pretend.
We can start a GoFundMe.
No, that's not what I meant.
Jamie,
how's your life insurance policies, by the way? Are they real big?
It's like,
Am I set for life if something happens to you?
No, we don't have any extra life insurance. Sorry.
I've been bugging you about that.
I wonder why.
I'm just kidding. No, stop it. I would hate that. I would hate it.
Had it.
Anyway, all right. Well, that's the show.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody, for listening.